So as far as the election battle is concerned, let's now focus on South India. That has been keenly watched, and Kerala is that particular state that has been grabbing national headlines. All of the 20 parliamentary seats of Kerala voting today in the second phase of Lok Sabha elections, where the southern state will witness a fierce contest on several constituencies with many heavyweights, including union ministers in the fray. All eyes also today will be on the Wayanad constituency, from where sitting MP Rahul Gandhi is seeking re-election and crossing swords with its own party allies when it comes to the left, the CPI's Annie Raja and Kerala BJP chief K. Surendran as well. Rahul Gandhi, who won the seat with a margin of over 4 lakh votes previously, the victory margin, which is the highest ever for any Lok Sabha constituency in Kerala that has been ever witnessed. Now, while the left parties in the Congress have always been a dominant player in Kerala, the BJP, however, is yet to win a Lok Sabha seat in the state that has been making consistent efforts to make inroads. In 2019 general elections, the Congress had won 15 out of the 20 seats, and it is hoping for a repeat in the stellar performance in the state of Kerala once again. Let's go across to Jayalakshmi now. Jayalakshmi, good morning. Well, Kerala is one state that everyone has their eyes on. We also talk about multiple seats that have the big heavyweights this time around are contesting the elections. Over to you.
Very good morning, Amita. Today is, as you know, it's the second phase of elections in Kerala is voting today. And I'm right here standing at the polling station where, Union Minister V. Muralidharan is going to vote. And in fact, the polling has already begun in all the states of the country. And in Kerala also it has begun. I'm standing in front of a polling booth right now. And as you rightly explained, Thiruvananthapuram constituency is again a very high-profile contest going on between various candidates. In fact, it's Congress's Shashi Tharoor, and it's, Rajiv Chandrasekhar from BJP, and a very popular left leader, Panniyin Ravindran. And not only Thiruvananthapuram, as far as Kerala is concerned, we have Rahul Gandhi, we have K.C. Venugopal, we have popular actor, BJP candidate Suresh Gopi, we have Anil Antony from BJP. So it's a very much high-profile election as far as Kerala is concerned, and there are various, popular faces here from the state of Kerala, and definitely all the three candidates of all the three parties are, facing a neck-to-neck contest in various constituencies. You have a very tight competition between the left, Congress and the BJP in multiple constituencies. And as far as BJP is concerned, the competition is really, really tough, right, especially in the constituencies of Thrissur and Thiruvananthapuram. And it is definitely going to be a very tough competition this time.
Absolutely, because, the tougher it is, the more interesting it becomes. Let me go across to Ranjita also. Ranjita, good morning. आप वहां पे मौजूद है जहां पर राहुल गांधी दोबारा से चुनाव और जीतने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, लेकिन अटकलें फिलहाल ये भी लगाई जा रही है कि शायद वो अमेठी वापस लौट आए। लेकिन वायनाड के बारे में ही बात कर लेते हैं। रंजीता, ओवर टू यू।
बिल्कुल, और ये चर्चाएं बहुत गर्म है क्योंकि आज वोटिंग के बाद फैसला हो जाएगा कि उत्तर प्रदेश में अमेठी सीट और रायबरेली सीट का कांग्रेस क्या करेगी। फिलहाल वायनाड की स्थिति में आपको बताऊं कि अभी जहां पोलिंग बूथ पर मैं मौजूद हूं, कलपेटा में है ये पोलिंग बूथ, और मेरे पीछे आप नजारा देख सकते हैं। लोकतंत्र की ये सबसे खूबसूरत तस्वीर है जिसमें लगातार एक लंबी कतार, जो अपने कैमरे में हम कैद कर रहे हैं, आपको एक लंबी कतार दिखेगी। और सुबह 7 बजे से पहले से यहाँ लोग खड़े हुए, 7 बजे से शाम 6 बजे तक ये वोटिंग होगी, लेकिन अपने एक एक वोट के महत्व को ये समझ रहे हैं। दक्षिण में जिस तरह से बीजेपी लगातार प्रयास कर रही है, और हम कह सकते हैं कि राहुल गांधी के लिए ये मुकाबला जितना आसान 2019 में लग रहा था, उतना 2024 में नहीं लगना देना चाहती है बीजेपी। इसी वजह से इस बार मुकाबला त्रिकोणीय बताया जा रहा है। एक तरफ जहां राहुल गांधी चुनावी मैदान में है, 1 महीने तक धुआंधार प्रचार किया गया, वहीं दूसरी तरफ बीजेपी की तरफ से बीजेपी केरल के अध्यक्ष के सुरेंद्रन राहुल गांधी को टक्कर दे रहे हैं। इसके अलावा क्योंकि एलडीएफ और यूडीएफ ही यहाँ मेन जो अपोनेंट पार्टियां रही हैं, वो रही है यूडीएफ की तरफ से राहुल गांधी अलायंस पार्टी, और एलडीएफ की तरफ से जो है वो एनी राजा को उम्मीदवार बनाया गया, और वो भी लगातार चुनावी प्रचार में दिखती रही। और कहीं ना कहीं उनके आ जाने के बाद ये जो लड़ाई है वो और ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग हो गई, क्योंकि सवाल ये उठने लगे कि इंडिया अलायंस का हिस्सा होने के बावजूद भी यहाँ बीजेपी को हराने की जरूरत है, लेकिन यहाँ आमने सामने अलायंस पार्टियां ही दिख रही है। 2 करोड़ हम कह सकते हैं 2.5 करोड़ से ज्यादा यहाँ वोटर है। और सबसे बड़ी चीज वो ये कि न सिर्फ केरल बल्कि यहाँ के जो वासी हैं, जो दूसरे राज्यों में और अलग अलग देशों में है। एनआरआईज बहुत निकल कर आए हैं और उनका मानना है कि एक एक वोट कितना महत्वपूर्ण है और इस वजह से वो यहाँ पहुंचे हुए हैं। लोगों की लंबी कतार इस बात को भी बताते हुए कि कहीं ना कहीं जो बड़े मुद्दे केरल के रहे हैं उन मुद्दों को देखकर वो वोट करेंगे। और बीजेपी की अगर बात की जाए तो दक्षिण में हर राज्य में बीजेपी मेहनत कर रही है। वायनाड का इसलिए भी हम जिक्र करेंगे क्योंकि यहाँ से राहुल गांधी है और आपने देखा भी होगा कि किस तरह से जब राहुल गांधी यहाँ नॉमिनेशन करने आए थे, प्रियंका गांधी उनके साथ मौजूद थी और जब के सुरेंद्रन ने यहाँ नॉमिनेशन किया था तब स्मृति ईरानी अमेठी से जिन्होंने राहुल गांधी को हराया था वो यहाँ पहुंची।
जरूरी है कि जहां तक अगर वायनाड की बात की जाए, सो इवन ऑन द लास्ट डे व्हेन इट कम्स टू द पोल कैंपेनिंग दैट वाज सपोज्ड to end, Rahul Gandhi was not there. He was campaigning for the party in the state of Maharashtra. Jay Lakshmi, let me come back to you on that, because apart from Wayanad, let's also talk about Thrissur. This is going to be an interesting battle as far as the seat that is being seeing a three-way contest this time. This time the BJP, which has fielded Suresh Gopi, who is a popular cine star, the LDF, which is fielded former Minister V.S. Sunil Kumar. We also have the CPI leader as well. When it comes to the Congress veteran, K. Karunakaran's daughter Padmaja Venugopal joined the BJP last month, and the Congress is also up the ante by fielding her brother Muralidharan, currently the MP from Vadkara. So let me go across now back to Jay Lakshmi on that, because the Thrissur battle also, Jay Lakshmi, is going to be very interesting and very important.
You know, certainly it is very competitive and very strong contest as far as Thrissur is concerned, and in fact, as far as BJP is concerned, Suresh Gopi is being contested, fielded from Thrissur, and you know how he has been a very popular face among the people here. He is a cine star, as you exactly mentioned, and it's again, when it comes to the local people there, they're sitting, the left has a very strong face. Sunil Kumar, he's also, very popular among the people and very close to people over the left party there. And as far as Congress is concerned, its veteran leader, K. Muralidharan, and he has always been in the Congress, and definitely there, and right now we can see V. Muralidharan here coming and voting here, and we know it's as far as the constituency is concerned for Thrissur here. We have strong BJP leaders, and right now we have V. Muralidharan here coming to vote in the Ullur constituency. He is contesting from the Artingal constituency, which is closer, which falls under the Thiruvananthapuram district, and he is, going to vote inside the polling booth.
Of course, pictures that are now coming in as Jay Lakshmi is getting us those live pictures. Nirmala Sitharaman, this time who is not contesting any elections. Of course, that exclusive comment that she made during the Times Now summit last month. But importantly, when we are looking at those pictures coming in of eminent personalities, of politicians, union ministers today who are also voting today, we continue to get you those live pictures. Let's stay as far as with the updates coming in from Kerala itself, because Thiruvananthapuram, let's talk about that, is also a key constituency where sitting MP Shashi Tharoor will be facing Union Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar, and right now CPI's P. Ravindran may also make it a three-cornered contest. Many political experts are predicting that Thiruvananthapuram contest will go down the wire, as Tharoor has been a sitting MP from Thiruvananthapuram for 3 times now, and now the voters probably are facing a fatigue over the said candidate. But it is going to be a strong contest. However, Jay Lakshmi, as we talk about Thiruvananthapuram as well, the contenders from all three sides are very strong.
Certainly, Amita, just like you mentioned, it is going to be a very high-profile contest in Thiruvananthapuram as well. Shashi Tharoor, who's been this 3-time sitting MP from Thiruvananthapuram, he's definitely, coming out all out and trying to campaign amongst his voters. But as far as BJP is concerned, they have fielded a very strong and popular figure, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, who's again, even though the Congress is saying that he is new to the place and very new to the people here in Thiruvananthapuram, definitely BJP is trying to prove them wrong and, going all in with the campaigning. And also, as far as Congress is concerned, there is a certain level of potential anti-incumbency for the 3-time sitting MP, and there are people, especially in the coastal areas, who are, not very happy with the fact that the Congress has been, the Congress has been doing since 15 years. And now we also know that the left is also in the picture, and even they have a very popular face amongst the people here. Panin Ravindran is again a very strong and popular contestant from the left here.
All right, so that has been the contest that we talk about the state of Kerala as well. The screens and the pictures that are coming in also from the state of Karnataka and other states.